My birthday this year was supposed to be simple. I wasn't expecting anything grand. Just dinner with close friends, a cake, maybe a few laughs. My wife, Clara, had planned it all. She was always the thoughtful one, the planner, the person who remembered details I never could. When everyone gathered in our living room that evening, the air was filled with warmth and chatter. Clara moved around like sunlight, laughing, serving drinks, making sure everyone felt welcome. I remember thinking how lucky I was to have her. After dinner, she stood in front of everyone, holding a neatly wrapped box with a mischievous grin. "Okay," she said, glancing at our friends, "this is going to be fun." Everyone laughed as she handed it to me. I took it, smiling nervously. Clara had a history of pulling little pranks, funny, harmless ones, but the way she laughed this time was different. It wasn't nervous or playful, it was expectant, like she knew something nobody else did. I tore the wrapping paper slowly while everyone leaned in. Inside the first layer was another box. And then another. Everyone chuckled as I kept unwrapping layer after layer until I finally reached a small wooden box tied with a red ribbon. "You really went all out," I said, smiling. "Open it," she insisted, still laughing. I untied the ribbon and lifted the lid, and my entire body froze. Inside was a small silver key and a folded piece of paper. My first thought was that it was another joke, some kind of scavenger hunt. But as I unfolded the paper, my heart sank. It was a printed photo of Clara. And another man. Sitting close. His arm around her waist. The photo wasn't inappropriate, but it was intimate enough to make the room fall completely silent. My hands shook. For a second, I thought maybe I was misunderstanding. Maybe it was old. Maybe it was part of the joke. But then Clara stopped laughing. Her face went pale as if she hadn't expected me to find it so quickly. "Clara," I said quietly, "what is this?" The room was dead silent now. Our friends looked at each other, unsure whether to stay or go. "It's not what you think," she stammered, her voice trembling. "Then what is it?" I asked, my voice sharper than I intended. She looked down at the floor, her hands clasped together. "That's from months ago. It was a mistake. I wanted to tell you, but I didn't know how." I blinked, my chest tightening. "You put it in my birthday gift?" "No," she whispered, shaking her head. "It wasn't supposed to be that box. I mixed them up." Her eyes widened as if she realized how it sounded. "You mean there was supposed to be another gift?" I asked quietly. She nodded, tears forming. "It was supposed to be the key to the new car. I wanted to surprise you. I had both boxes on the counter when I was wrapping. I didn't realize. I didn't know what to believe." My mind raced between anger, confusion, and disbelief. The key in the box, the one I just pulled out, wasn't for a car I owned. "What's the key for, Clara?" I asked. She hesitated before whispering, "It's for the apartment I stayed in for a few weeks after we fought in March." My friends had quietly started slipping out, one by one, giving us space. Soon, it was just the two of us in a living room that suddenly felt too big, too quiet. I set the box down slowly. "You could have just told me," I said finally. She wiped her eyes, shaking. "I wanted to, but I didn't want to lose you." "You were already losing me," I said softly. "Just not fast enough for you to notice." For a long time, neither of us spoke. The only sound was the faint hum of the refrigerator in the kitchen. Eventually, she whispered, "I'll go pack a bag." I didn't stop her. I didn't yell. I didn't throw anything. I just sat there, staring at the photo that had turned a birthday into something I'd never forget. Hours later, after she left, I found another envelope under the table. It was addressed to me, written in her handwriting. Inside was a handwritten note and a small photo of us from our wedding day. The note read, "I wanted to remind you that even when I made the worst mistakes, I never stopped loving you. But I know that's not enough anymore." I folded the letter and placed it back in the wooden box. That night, as I sat in the dark surrounded by leftover decorations and cold food, I realized something painful but true. Sometimes, the truth doesn't come crashing through the door. Sometimes, it arrives quietly, wrapped in paper, disguised as a gift.